Welcome to Who Immortal Today, the channel where fame, time, and transformation collide. In today's video, we're honoring 5 cast and guest stars from the iconic show Family Ties who have sadly passed away, but whose legacies live on forever. From unforgettable performances to emotional character moments, these stars helped shape one of the most beloved sitcoms of the 80s. Some left us too soon, others lived long, inspiring lives, but all of them remain immortal in the hearts of fans. Get ready to journey through time, celebrate their lasting impact, and reflect on the unforgettable faces behind the family we all grew up with. And before we begin, if you love classic TV and honoring the stars of yesterday, don't forget to hit that like button, share your memories in the comments, and subscribe for more timeless tributes, only on Who Immortal Today. News 1. Gary David Goldberg, a television legacy that lives on. Gary David Goldberg was an influential American writer, producer, and creator best known for shaping some of the most beloved sitcoms in television history. Most notably, he created Family Ties, a show that not only brought warmth and wit into millions of households, but also captured the cultural shift in American values during the 1980s. His storytelling, deeply rooted in family dynamics, emotional truth, and comedic timing, left a lasting mark on the television landscape. Born on June 25, 1944 in Brooklyn, New York, Gary David Goldberg grew up in a working-class Jewish family. He attended Brandeis University before transferring to Hofstra University, and eventually, he made his way to California, where he pursued writing more seriously. Like many others in the entertainment industry, Goldberg's career didn't start with instant success. He worked odd jobs, acted, and struggled to find his voice in a competitive field. But persistence and an innate understanding of character and humor ultimately led him to television writing in the 1970s. Goldberg's big break came when he landed a writing gig on The Bob Newhart Show, which helped him establish a strong reputation in Hollywood. This opened the door to other writing and producing roles on popular series like Lou Grant and MASH. But it was in 1982 that his career in television history would change forever. That year, Goldberg created Family Ties, a sitcom centered around the Keaton family, ex-hippie parents raising children, including a young conservative son played by Michael J. Fox. The show was unique for its time, blending humor with heart and exploring generational divides in a way that resonated with viewers across the country. While Michael J. Fox became a breakout star, much of the show's success was thanks to Goldberg's ability to write characters who felt real, relatable, and emotionally grounded. Family Ties ran for 7 successful seasons on NBC from 1982 to 1989 and won numerous awards, including several Emmys. Goldberg himself earned an Emmy for outstanding writing in a comedy series and became one of the most respected figures in television writing and production. Not one to rest on his laurels, Goldberg continued his creative journey with other successful projects. In 1996, he co-created Spin City, another hit sitcom starring Michael J. Fox and later Charlie Sheen. Like Family Ties, Spin City showcased Goldberg's knack for witty dialogue, ensemble casts, and emotionally intelligent humor. Beyond his creative achievements, Goldberg was known for running a supportive and inclusive production environment. His company, Ubu Productions, named after his beloved Labrador retriever, Ubu, was behind many of his projects. The iconic image of Ubu with the voiceover, "Sit, Ubu, sit, good dog," became a familiar staple at the end of his shows. Sadly, Gary David Goldberg passed away on June 22, 2013, after a battle with brain cancer. He was 68 years old. His death was met with heartfelt tributes from across the television industry, with many praising not just his work, but his kindness, mentorship, and deep love for storytelling. Goldberg also authored a memoir, Sit Ubu Sit, How I Went from Brooklyn to Hollywood with the Same Woman, the Same Dog, and a Lot Less Hair, offering insight into his personal life, his marriage, and his creative journey. It showcased the same warmth and humor that defined his shows. Today, Gary David Goldberg's influence is still felt. His series continue to be celebrated for their intelligence, heart, and enduring relatability. Whether through reruns of Family Ties or the continued work of those he inspired, Goldberg's legacy as a creator, mentor, and storyteller lives on immortal in the history of television. News 2. James Karen, the iconic that guy of film and television. James Karen was a prolific American actor whose face was instantly recognizable, even if his name wasn't always at the tip of everyone's tongue. Over a career that spanned more than 6 decades, he became known as a classic that guy, a versatile performer who brought credibility, charm, and authority to every role he played. Among his many appearances, he guest starred in Family Ties Season 2 as Philip, the charming and slightly awkward boyfriend of Elise Keaton's mother, bringing a heartfelt moment of generational connection to the show. Born Jacob Karnofsky on November 28, 1923 in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, James Karen was the son of Russian-Jewish immigrants. From a young age, he had a deep love of theater and performance. After serving in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II, Karen trained at the neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater in New York City. It wasn't long before he made a name for himself on Broadway, eventually transitioning into television and film in the 1950s and beyond. Karen's television career was extensive and included appearances on popular shows such as The Jeffersons, 8 is Enough, Cheers, Seinfeld, and Little House on the Prairie. His guest role on Family Ties in 1983 showcased his talent for blending comedy with emotional depth. As Philip, he played the well-meaning suitor of Elise Keaton's mother, creating a multi-generational storyline that highlighted themes of love, aging, and acceptance, all delivered with Karen's characteristic sincerity and warmth. Though his TV work was broad and memorable, it was in film where Karen truly became a cult favorite. He delivered a chilling performance as the real estate agent in Poltergeist, 1982, the man who knowingly sold the haunted house built over a cemetery. He also stood out in The China Syndrome, 1979, playing a nervous but well-intentioned plant supervisor in the nuclear disaster thriller. However, Karen's most iconic and beloved role may have been in The Return of the Living Dead, 1985, a cult horror comedy in which he played the panicked warehouse foreman Frank. His over-the-top performance, especially as his character realizes he's slowly turning into a zombie, earned him a devoted fan base and turned the film into a midnight movie favorite. He reprised a similar role in Return of the Living Dead Part 2, further cementing his place in horror history. Outside of acting, James Karen was also known as the longtime TV spokesman for Pathmark Supermarkets, a job that made him a familiar face to millions of viewers in the northeastern United States throughout the 1970s and 1980s. His personable and trustworthy demeanor made him the perfect pitchman. Despite often playing supporting or background roles, Karen brought a distinctive presence to every performance. He was a master of nuance, capable of shifting from warm and affable to tense and morally complex with ease. Fellow actors and directors frequently praised his professionalism and consistency, making him a go-to actor for both television and film. Karen was married to actress Susan Reed, and was also known for his friendships with many major Hollywood figures, including Buster Keaton and Martin Sheen. His connection to Keaton was especially notable, as the silent film legend mentored him early in his career. James Karen passed away on October 23, 2018, at the age of 94. Leaving behind a legacy of hundreds of roles that quietly shaped the world of American entertainment. While he may not have always been in the spotlight, his work was essential to the success of many productions. From Broadway stages to haunted suburban homes and even a tender moment on Family Ties, James Karen proved time and again that character actors are the backbone of great storytelling. His legacy is not only in the roles he played, but in how memorably he played them. News 3. Frances Bay, Hollywood's favorite grandma with a bite. Frances Bay was a Canadian-American actress who didn't begin her most recognizable acting career until her 50s. But once she did, she became one of the most beloved and recognizable character actresses in television and film. With her expressive face, gentle demeanor, and unexpected comedic timing, Bay made a lasting impression in every role she took, whether playing sweet grandmothers, tough-minded neighbors, or quirky eccentrics. Among her many appearances, she guest starred in Family Ties Season 3 as Mrs. Florence Menlo, delivering warmth, wit, and wisdom in just a single episode. Born Frances Goffman on January 23, 1919, in Manville, Alberta, Canada, she grew up in a Jewish household and originally pursued a career in radio acting before stepping away from entertainment to raise a family. It wasn't until later in life, after raising her son and experiencing personal tragedies, including the death of her son in a serious car accident, that Bay returned to acting with renewed purpose and vigor. Her late career breakthrough came in the 1970s and quickly turned into a wave of television appearances. She had a gift for playing endearing older women, who often had more spunk and strength than they first let on. In Family Ties, Bay played Mrs. Florence Menlo, a character that captured the show's signature blend of humor and heart. Her presence added depth to the story, and she left a memorable impression with just one episode, a testament to her acting power. But Family Ties was just one stop in a remarkable career that spanned decades and included dozens of iconic shows and films. Bay became widely recognized for her role as Grandma Gilmore in the 1996 comedy Happy Gilmore, where she starred opposite Adam Sandler. Her scenes were hilarious and heartwarming, and she proved that age was no barrier to comedic brilliance. The image of her knitting while her grandson fights for golf glory remains etched in the minds of fans. In the world of television, Frances Bay may be most famously remembered for her unforgettable role as the marble rye-wielding elderly woman in Seinfeld. In the fan-favorite episode titled The Rye, she famously wrestles with Jerry Seinfeld over a loaf of bread, a moment that still gets quoted and replayed to this day. Her sharp timing and physical comedy in that single scene demonstrated exactly why she became a go-to choice for grandmother roles with attitude. Bay also appeared in Twin Peaks, David Lynch's cult classic, playing Mrs. Tremond, a mysterious and ghostly figure who deepened the show's surreal mythology. Her work with Lynch continued when she appeared in his 2001 film Mulholland Drive, further solidifying her place not just in sitcoms and family comedies, but also in strange and cerebral cinema. Over the years, Frances Bay worked with a wide variety of acclaimed actors and directors, from Henry Winkler to David Lynch, and earned the admiration of audiences across generations. Despite her late start, she built a career that was not only prolific but meaningful, often representing the strength and complexity of older women on screen at a time when Hollywood rarely gave them center stage. Bay faced personal challenges with grace, including a 2002 car accident that led to the amputation of her leg, and she continued to act even after that, proving her resilience and dedication to the craft. She remained active in the industry well into her 80s and 90s. Frances Bay passed away on September 15, 2011, at the age of 92. Though she rarely played leading roles, she left an enormous impact on television and film, not just for the number of characters she portrayed, but for how fully she brought them to life. From the Keaton family and Family Ties to golf courses, bakeries, and eerie towns in the woods, Frances Bay brought heart, humor, and mystery to everything she touched. She will forever be remembered as one of Hollywood's most cherished late-blooming stars. News 4. Richard Venture, A Life in the Spotlight. Richard Venture was a seasoned character actor whose understated presence and steady performances made him a reliable figure in film, television, and theater for over 5 decades. Best known for his role as Agent Bert Carlyle in the first season of a popular TV series, and for supporting roles in acclaimed films such as Being There, All the President's Men, and Scent of a Woman, Venture built a career grounded in versatility and quiet strength. He passed away on January 3, 2018 at the age of 94, leaving behind a rich legacy of memorable performances. Born Richard Charles Venturella on November 12, 1923, in New York City, Venture developed an interest in acting early in life. His early years were shaped by the backdrop of the Great Depression and the onset of World War II. Like many of his generation, Venture served his country during the war as a member of the United States Navy. After returning from military service, he studied acting and eventually transitioned to the stage, where he honed the craft that would define his professional life. Venture began his career in the theater, appearing in numerous Broadway productions throughout the 1950s and 1960s. His theater work provided a solid foundation for his later roles in film and television, and he was respected in acting circles for his commitment to the authenticity and emotional truth of each performance. Though not a household name, Venture possessed a face and voice that audiences remembered, often portraying authority figures, professionals, or military men with gravitas and subtlety. In Hollywood, Richard Venture made a steady career out of supporting roles that added depth and realism to every scene. Among his most notable film appearances was the 1979 political satire Being There, in which he played a doctor in a narrative that dissected media influence and political power. He also had a small but memorable role in All the President's Men, 1976, the Oscar-winning film about the Watergate scandal that brought down President Richard Nixon. In Scent of a Woman, 1992, he again showcased his strength in ensemble work, contributing to a film that earned Al Pacino his long-awaited Academy Award. Television audiences came to know Venture through a variety of guest appearances on popular series throughout the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. He played Agent Bert Carlyle in Season 1 of a well-known crime procedural, delivering a performance that captured the seriousness and moral complexity of law enforcement work. His many guest roles included appearances on Murder, She Wrote, Law & Order, The Rockford Files, The A-Team, and Falcon Crest, demonstrating his adaptability to genres ranging from mystery to drama to action. Off-screen, Venture was known as a private and thoughtful man. He was married to fellow actor Olivia Cole and was previously married to actress Grace Grant. He had 4 children from his first marriage. While he never sought the spotlight in the way some of his peers did, Venture's work ethic and dedication earned him the admiration of colleagues and casting directors alike. Richard Venture's contribution to the arts extended beyond his screen time. He embodied the ethos of the character actor, an essential yet often unsung hero of storytelling. His performances were grounded, believable, and nuanced, and they provided a solid anchor in many ensemble casts. In an industry that often favors the flashy and the famous, Venture's enduring career stands as a testament to quiet excellence and professional integrity. Though he passed away at the age of 94, Richard Venture's performances continue to resonate with audiences who appreciate the craft of acting. His work remains a reminder that every story needs its foundation, and that sometimes the most impactful roles are the ones that don't steal the scene but strengthen it. News 5. Doris Belack. A commanding voice in film, television, and animation, Doris Belack was a formidable presence on screen and stage, best remembered for her authoritative roles in drama and comedy alike. Whether playing a stern judge, an overbearing producer, or a lovable animated character, Belack brought intelligence, wit, and authenticity to every role she undertook. She appeared in Season 3 of a popular television series as Mrs. Willis, and her long career included standout performances in Tootsie, Law & Order, and the animated series Doug, where she voiced the beloved Mrs. Dink. Belack passed away on October 4, 2011 at the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy that spanned multiple generations and genres. Born on February 26, 1926 in New York City, Doris Belack grew up in a time when radio and theater dominated American entertainment. Her upbringing in the cultural heart of the country likely influenced her artistic path, though her entrance into acting came gradually. She began her career in theater, where she developed a strong stage presence and a reputation for delivering performances marked by emotional nuance and sharp timing. Belack's television debut came in the 1950s, during the early days of the medium, and she quickly established herself as a reliable character actress. Her appearances on soap operas like Another World and One Life to Live in the 1970s helped solidify her television career. She was particularly admired for her portrayal of complex, strong-willed women who were often caught in moral or professional dilemmas. Her film breakthrough came in 1982 with the acclaimed comedy Tootsie, starring Dustin Hoffman. In the film, Belack played Rita Marshall, the no-nonsense producer of a soap opera who becomes entangled in the confusion caused by Hoffman's cross-dressing actor character. Her performance was a masterclass in comic timing and deadpan delivery, and it earned her recognition from both audiences and critics. Rita Marshall became one of the most memorable characters in the film and demonstrated Belack's ability to shine in ensemble casts. Television remained a vital part of Belack's career, with frequent guest appearances on shows like Law & Order, where she often played judges, a role she made her own with gravitas and biting wit. Her portrayals of legal figures were so convincing that she became one of the go-to actors for courtroom drama roles throughout the 1990s and early 2000s. In addition to her live-action work, Belack reached a younger generation of viewers through her voice acting. From 1991 to 1999, she voiced the character of Mrs. Dink on Nickelodeon's animated series Doug. As the eccentric and friendly wife of the town's mayor, Belack brought warmth and humor to the role, endearing herself to children and parents alike. The show became a staple of 90s animation, and Mrs. Dink remains one of its most fondly remembered characters. Her role as Mrs. Willis in Season 3 of a respected television series exemplified her strength in portraying layered, emotionally grounded characters, Even in guest roles, Belack managed to make a lasting impression, showing her ability to elevate a single episode with depth and believability. Off-screen, Doris Belack was known for her wit, professionalism, and mentorship to younger actors. She was married to producer Philip Rose, best known for his work in socially conscious Broadway productions like A Raisin in the Sun. The couple remained together until Rose's death in 2011, just months before Belack's own passing. Doris Belack's career spanned more than 5 decades and encompassed theater, film, television, and animation. She was the quintessential character actress, adaptable, compelling, and consistently excellent. Her legacy is one of quiet strength and artistic integrity, reminding us that the supporting players often provide the emotional and structural backbone of great storytelling. As time moves on, the faces may fade, but their stories, their laughter, and their legacy live on. These family ties cast and guest stars may no longer be with us, but the joy they brought into our homes will never be forgotten. If these stars touched your heart, or if Family Ties was part of your life growing up, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your memories. And don't forget, if you believe in remembering the greats, keeping their stories alive, and honoring the legacies of yesterday's icons, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Who Immortal Today, and tap the bell so you never miss a tribute. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep their memory alive.